And if you could tell us your full name and spell the last, please.
Trenton Stermer, Stermer.
Thank you, Ms. Seiderbean.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Trenton. How are you?
Doing all right.
How did you know Todd Stermer?
It was my father.
And how do you know Linda Stermer?
That would be my mother.
And at the time of the fire on January 7th of 2007, were you living with your father and Linda?
Yes.
How old would you have been at that time?
12.
Who lived in the house with you at that time?
My two brothers, Corey and Trevor. Linda, my father.
Can you describe the house that you were living in at the time of the fire? Was it completely finished?
No, not completely finished. Had quite a bit of work done to it. I mean, it was getting there.
Had walls,
Had walls.
all painted.
We had just started painting a lot of the walls, yeah.
Did you have carpet?
I don't remember having too much carpet. I think we had some area rugs in various places.
And where did you sleep?
In the basement.
Was the basement finished?
Not entirely.
Did you have walls there?
It did have walls, yes.
How about ceiling?
We had just finished the ceiling in my bedroom. It's kind of a drop ceiling.
Did you have carpet in there, or was it area rugs?
I think it was probably rugs maybe.
Do you remember the night before the fire?
Not particularly.
Anything strike you that you remember?
Arguing.
Who was arguing?
My father and Linda.
Do you recall what they were arguing about?
Not at that time. I wasn't aware.
Do you just remember the arguing the night before, or had it been going on?
It had been going on leading up to that night, yeah.
Did you ever see your dad and Linda get physical with each other?
No.
Ever see any injuries on Linda?
No, never.
Do you remember if Linda came down to the basement the night before the fire?
No.
And that was a bad question, I'm sorry. Do you remember, or did she come down or not come
I
down?
don't believe she came down, no.
Did she ever come down and sit on the basement couch with you and your brothers?
The night before?
The night before.
No, not that I recall.
So she didn't cuddle with you on the basement couch.
No.
Do you recall if she slept on the basement couch that night?
I definitely don't think she did.
Had your dad worked on the furnace that night that you know of?
No,
How about the day before?
not that I recall.
Where was your bedroom in relation to the furnace room?
Directly next to it?
Did you share a wall?
Yes.
And you didn't hear him in there working on the furnace at night?
No.
Had your dad and Linda talked about divorce at all?
Yes.
Do you recall how much or how often they had talked about divorce?
Leading up to that, there was talk of them separating and who I'd like to go with.
Who asked you that?
My father.
Just asking where you wanted to live?
Yeah.
Had Linda said anything to you about divorce prior to the fire?
Not that I recall.
Do you recall the morning of the fire?
Vaguely, yes.
Do you remember what happened when you woke up?
Just told that we were going to the mall, going to the movies.
Did somebody wake you up?
Not that I remember.
Who told you were going to the movies?
I think my brother Corey.
Did you have your own room, or did one of your brothers sleep in your room?
I had my own room.
Did Linda tell you why you were going to the movies?
Foundation, I thought he said Corey told him.
Corey woke him up.
I think I'll
I
let you
think he didn't recall, yes.
re-ask, because I think Mr. Mueller's correct on that.
Okay, I can ask the question a different way. Before you left, did Linda tell you anything about what was happening?
When we went upstairs, I believe she told us that they were working out the details of getting divorced.
Did she say anything about her moving or leaving?
She said something about her going to stay with her sister-in-law, Kim, maybe.
So you said you went upstairs, so you did not go out the basement?
No, definitely not.
So you went upstairs.
Yes.
When you went upstairs, did you see your father?
I did for a second.
Where was he?
Sitting in his chair, I believe.
And the chair was where?
In the living room.
Did you see his face?
I did, yes.
And was he awake? Was he sleeping?
Seemed like he was sleeping, potentially.
Were you able to say goodbye to your dad?
No.
Why?
We were kind of shooed out of the house.
Shoot out by who?
Linda.
Did anyone try to go over and say goodbye to your dad?
I did, yes.
What happened when you tried to go say goodbye?
She stopped me.
How did she stop you?
Put her arm out and pulled me back towards the front door.
What was common practice in your house regarding saying goodbye?
Always goodbye, love you, hug, kiss.
And you were not able to do that day, were you?
No.
Did Linda tell you anything about your father that morning?
No.
About why you couldn't say goodbye?
No. Not that I recall.
Was it common practice at your house for Linda and your dad to leave purses, wallets, and keys in the vehicles?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what vehicle you and your brothers took to the movies?
Took the Blazer.
Do you remember who drove?
Corey.
Do you remember if you had a full tank of gas?
I don't remember that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that answer.
I don't remember.
Thank you.
Do you recall moving anything out of the vehicle? Do you recall Linda moving anything out of the Blazer before you left?
I didn't see her get into the vehicle before we left.
She didn't tell you to wait while she took her purse out?
No, not that I remember.
Sustained.
Did she tell you to wait while she took anything out of the vehicle?
Not that I recall.
So where did you go when you left the house?
We went to the mall in Portage. and then to the movies theater, which is right next to the mall.
How'd you find out about the fire?
Corey's friend Steven called while we were in the movie and told us that the house was on fire.
What'd you do?
We looked at each other and thought that he was kidding.
Did you call back?
We did call back,
And then what did you do?
and we were kind of in a little. I was in shock a little bit, like, is this for real? And then we decided to leave and head home.
Did you go back to your house?
Yes.
What'd you see when you got there?
Smoke, police vehicles, fire trucks, maybe. I'm not sure.
Were you able to go up to the house?
No.
Do you remember where you stayed that night?
Well, we went to the Masalis next door. And I believe we stayed at my grandmother's that night.
Would that be, is her name Sandy?
Sandra, yes.
Was that in her one-bedroom apartment?
I believe so, yeah.
Did you talk to Linda that night?
Did, yes. She came to the Masalis at some point. And yeah, it was hysterical. I don't remember necessarily talking to her, but saw her. And
Did she stay at your grandma Sandy's that night?
I don't recall.
You don't remember talking? Do you remember talking to her at all at Grandma Sandy's?
No.
Did you have pets at the time of the fire?
Yes.
What pets did you have?
Had we had a dog, Buddy. I can't remember if we had another dog, a chocolate lab, or not at that time. No, the one dog had recently passed.
Did you have a cat?
No,
You didn't have any cats?
I don't believe we had any cats at that house.
Did your dad or Linda ask you to move any framed school pictures into the shed before the fire?
Not that I recall, no.
Do you recall where pictures were stored in your house?
No, not really.
Do you guys have gas cans at your house?
Yes.
And where were those stored?
Would have been stored at either the shed in the back of the house or off of the lean-to barn that we had, where the tractor was. And
Was the lean-to barn in the backyard?
no, that was off to the side in the field.
So if you're looking at the house, standing in the driveway looking at the front of the house, was it to the left or to the right?
To the left.
Was it common to leave gas cans in the yard?
No.
Was it common for a gas can to be in the front yard?
No.
Did you have a snow blower at that time?
No.
Did you have a working lawnmower at that time?
I believe so, yeah.
Any reason why a gas can would be in the front yard in January?
I'll sustain that as to speculation.
Did you ever see a gas can in the front yard in the wintertime?
No.
You mentioned there was a tractor in the backyard, is that correct?
The tractor would have been off in the field and left the house.
How big of a tractor was that?
It's a pretty large tractor.
Did anyone take cars into the backyard at that home?
Yes, but not at that time of the year
When would you have taken cars into the backyard?
when the ground was dry.
So would you take the cars back there in the winter?
No.
Why would a car go in the backyard in the summer?
We would pull the cars down there. You'd drive back down the driveway and into the back fields sometimes.
Into the back fields?
Yeah,
But that was in the summer?
yeah.
So around the time of the fire, were you aware of anyone driving into the backyard?
No.
Do you recall smoke detectors in your house?
Yes.
And do you recall, let me ask you this way, were they in every room?
I don't know if they were in every room, but they were definitely throughout the house.
Are you aware if they were working or not?
As far as I was aware, they were working, beeping.
Did you ever hear them going off?
Going off, we'd change the battery at times so that the beep test would go off.
Did Linda tell you what happened when you talked after the fire?
Yeah, she gave a few different stories over the next 2 years.
Different stories? Do you recall how they were different?
Just what she did, where she went, changed.
How did they change?
At one point she said that she went upstairs and she saw a fire and couldn't see anything, and I think she said that she couldn't make it up the stairs at one point, and that there's too much smoke or there's fire already before that. And where she went out of the house seemed to change.
What did she tell you on where she left the house?
At one point she said that she went back downstairs and went outside the back door, and I feel like at a different point she said that she went out the front door. But at any time that I would ask, she would get either hysterical or angry and would attack me at times.
So when you asked her about the differences in the story, is that when she attacked you?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
A few different occasions. She driving once, she I think pulled over and started smacking me or something, and another occasion she just flat out attacked me and gave me a bloody nose and pushed me into the bathroom. Another occasion she told Trevor to beat me up if I kept asking questions about it.
So all of these times you've just described were related to you asking why her story was different?
And what happened and how it was that my father didn't make it out.
After the fire, did Linda ever tell you what to say to police officers, insurance agents, or anyone else that you were talking to?
She did.
What'd she tell you?
I don't recall exactly. Before the first trial, I remember her, before sitting down, being deposed or whatever, she told me to just tell him that if I didn't, that I didn't remember on certain questions.
So she told you which questions to not remember?
I don't recall exactly.
But you recall her saying to say you didn't remember.
Right.
Did she say what would happen if you didn't do what she said?
That we wouldn't get the insurance, wouldn't get our things back.
Wouldn't get your things back?
Right.
But you made out a list of everything you lost?
Right.
Were those the things she was referring to?
Yes.
Prior to the fire, did she say anything concerning to you about your dad?
Prior to the fire?
Yes.
Yes. At one point, she had came downstairs and sat on my bed and said, wouldn't it be better if he was dead?